The moment you decide to cut off a narcissist completely, something predictable happens on their end. And if you know what is coming, you can protect yourself from all of it. The first thing they do is gather the troops. They move fast. The moment they sense the door closing, they are already on the phone, already in someone's inbox, already holding court with anyone who will listen. Your mutual friends, your family, their own circle, anyone they can reach. Their entire focus becomes controlling the story before you even have a chance to tell yours. They will say whatever it takes. They will twist facts. They will exaggerate. They will leave out everything that makes them look bad and keep only what makes you look worse. And if the truth is not enough to turn people against you, they will fill in the gaps with things that never happened. They will tell people you did and said things that they themselves did and said, with complete conviction, without hesitation. This is not impulsive. This is strategy. When a narcissist loses control over you, controlling the narrative becomes their full-time job. They need the people around you to see them as the victim. They need the general consensus to match the story they have constructed inside their own head, and they will work overtime to make that happen. Your job in all of this is not to chase their narrative, not to defend yourself to everyone they have spoken to, not to prove anything to people who have already chosen a side. Your job is to get your sense of self to a place where their version of events simply does not have the power to destabilize you. That is not easy. It is going to hurt to watch people believe things about you that are not true. It is going to be painful to see relationships shift because of lies you never got the chance to answer. That pain is real, and it deserves to be acknowledged. But the direction you need to be moving in is toward a place where your own opinion of yourself is the one that carries the most weight. You know who you are. You know what happened. You know what you did and what you did not do and why. You know the full version of the story, not the edited, distorted version they are distributing to anyone who will listen. Let that knowledge be your foundation. And here is something important to sit with. You are not a perfect person. None of us are. When you have been repeatedly targeted, manipulated, betrayed, and hurt by someone like this, there is a very good chance that at some point you reacted in ways you would not be proud of. You may have said things in moments of pain that you would say differently now. You may have done things that, given a second chance, you would handle with more composure. That is not a character flaw. That is what happens to human beings when they are pushed past their limits by someone who is deliberately trying to provoke a reaction. Narcissists do this on purpose. They poke, they instigate, they create chaos specifically to trigger an emotional response from you. And then, the moment you react, they point at your reaction as proof that you are the unstable one, that you are the problem, that you are the abuser. It is a deliberate tactic. Your reaction becomes the story. Their provocation gets buried. And suddenly, the narrative has shifted entirely away from what they did and onto what you did in response to it. Know this going in. Be prepared for it. And when it happens, do not take the bait. The second thing they do is flaunt a new person in front of you. A narcissist cannot exist without supply. This is not a metaphor. They genuinely need another person to target, to use, to extract from, to project onto. You were that person. The moment you remove yourself from that role, they experience something close to panic, and they move immediately to fill the gap. They will circle back to someone from their past, an ex they discarded years ago, suddenly receiving messages out of nowhere. Or they will find someone entirely new, someone they can pull in quickly and attach to with that same intensity they once directed at you. And once they have that new person secured, they will make absolutely sure you know about it. They will post. They will appear in places they know you will hear about. They will make the new relationship as visible as possible. And it will feel like a punch to the chest every single time. Because that is exactly what it is designed to feel like. Understand what is actually happening here. This is not them healing. This is not them finding happiness. This is them using another human being as a tool to get a reaction out of you. Because a narcissist who has lost control over you still has one card left: your emotions. If they can make you feel jealous or worthless or replaceable, they still have access to you. Your pain is their proof that they still matter to you. There is also a secondary purpose to all of this. In the narcissist's distorted version of reality, the fact that they have moved on so quickly and so visibly is evidence that you were the problem all along. Look how fine they are. Look how easily they found someone else. Clearly, the issue was never them. Clearly, it was always you. That is the story they are telling. That is the game being played beneath the surface of every post, every sighting, every piece of information that somehow makes its way back to you. Which is why real no contact means protecting yourself from all of it. Block them on every platform. Not because you are weak, but because you are wise enough to know that you do not need to be ambushed by images or updates that are specifically designed to hurt you. If there are places you need to avoid for a while because you might run into them with that new person, avoid those places. This is not about fairness. It is not about ego. It is about giving yourself the conditions you need to actually heal. Go no contact completely, not halfway, not with one window left open, all the way. Because the moment you are truly unreachable, the moment their attempts to provoke a reaction hit nothing but silence, that is the moment you begin to take your power back. If any of this felt familiar, part 2 is going to explain so much more. 5 more things they do, and once you see them, you will never unsee them. Follow this page. Part 2 drops soon, and it is the information that changes everything.